Sometimes in life, when you're not expecting something or you have low or negative expectations, the most wonderful thing can happen from it. I have two very, very powerful examples. The first is when I met my ex-husband in Israel. I had already been in Israel for some time, and my parents wanted me to go see their friends that they grew up with. My parents have a very, very long history with my ex-husband's parents and grandparents, so it stretches 3 generations. And, I thought they're my dad's friends. I didn't want, and then my parents, they would nudge me about what am I wearing, what did I say there, what did I do? So I put it off. Finally, just to shut up my parents, I ended up going to his city and calling his parents, and they accepted me warmly, and they had heard I had been in Israel already for some time, and they were so happy to have me at their house. And so while I was at their house, one of their sons walked through the door, and nobody ever would have set us up, ever. It wasn't a setup, it wasn't planned. But when he walked through the door, I saw like half of my soul. I literally saw my other half. We ended up, not lasting, unfortunately. We ended up getting married, had a kid, got divorced, but he's one of the biggest blessings in my life. He and I are very, very close, and he's always helped me and always been there for me. And he's a wonderful co-parent. He's a wonderful ex-husband. He's a great father. He's taught me so much, and he's even helped me with other children I have from my second husband. So I wasn't expecting to get that. I just went to shut up my parents just to go visit their friends. And I ended up with him as a great friend, and of course he and I have a child together. My second example is about how I met my second husband. Somebody set us up on a blind date, so I didn't have any pictures of my future husband. I sent him pictures of me, but I didn't see him, so it was totally a blind date for me. And we talked on the phone. And I was incorrect. I assumed incorrectly, but I had preconceived notions about the way his voice sounded, and I pictured something in my head that was actually totally the opposite of what would be in reality. And because of where he lived and other things he said, I had, let's say, negative expectations or not good expectations. And I certainly had no expectations that it would come to anything, but I promised the matchmaker, I already promised our friend that I would meet him. So when we met, I was already divorced. So when we met on this blind date, I saw one of the most handsome men I have ever seen in my life. I literally saw a knight on a white horse. So handsome, so not what I envisioned. He does not match his voice on the phone at all. And I couldn't talk or move for weeks after that. I mean, really powerful. So the point I'm trying to make is you never know. Sometimes you have no expectations or negative or bad expectations, and then something great happens. So that's life. It's all in his hands.